Hey guys, and thanks for coming back to our channel, Move Up with Mike, michaelglass.com. And let's go ahead and get started with today's video. We always like to start off with the disclaimers, and it simply says that anything you do is solely your own responsibility, trade at your own risk. There's a chance to lose money. The things that we talk about are for informational purposes only, educational purposes. Any decision you make is your own, trade at your own risk. So Chris Brogan has this great quote: the goal isn't to make more money, the goal is living life on your terms. And what's really important about this quote is think about what's going on in our economy right now. We're in the middle of a shutdown. People have been asked to go home and not work. Companies are asked to keep people on the payroll while they're at home, and some people are having a balance about whether or not that's the right thing to do. So the goal isn't about making more money. The goal is about living life in your terms. The goal is about living the dream and being able to work from home and not allowing some economy, some boss control your decisions, but allowing you to control your decisions. Again, people are at home for whatever reason. Some people are working from home, emphasis on working, but they're working for somebody else. Here we are. To give you a hint, what's the best home-based business? Trading the stock market. I'm working from home, but I'm controlling my own life. I'm working my own schedule. I'm not working right now. I'm making a video. It's the middle of the day. I do literally get out of my bed in my pajamas and go over into my office and start working for a couple hours and then come back. So, there's I'm revealing the answer to my question early. What is the best home-based business? The stock market. But let's move on. When people traditionally think about home-based business, they think about instructors. I had a friend back when I was teaching in Virginia, and she taught the piano, and so that's great. She had a skill. She taught music for school. She taught piano at home. When my son started playing basketball, I took him to a coach who built up his strength so he could get the ball up 10 feet into the air. You have a skill, and you can, advertise yourself and bring people in and teach people your skill. Consulting. My mom was an accountant. I was a realtor. You got to have clients for that. You got to find clients for that. And then you got to keep them happy. Lord knows many of us have been involved in multi-level marketing. I've done a lot of them. I was in perfumes. Never did Amway though. But I sold cell phones. I sold knives. All kinds of things. And we've all been on that phone call where your friend says, hey, can you do me a favor? And then there's somebody else on the phone getting ready to sell you something. I had a friend, she did a childcare from her home, just taking advantage of her house. And then now here we are in 2020 in this new information age about ideas. And so you can build a website and sell products. You can affiliate market, build a following, and then sell those people things. YouTube, you're on YouTube. Have an opinion, have a passion about things, and tell people about that passion. Hopefully you get a following, and then YouTube pays you. So there's all these different ways to do it in today's economy. But again, I've already told you what I believe is the best way to make money in today's economy, and that is trading for a living. Why? Very little startup capital to start, and yet at the same time there's unlimited income that you can make. Low overhead and advertising costs. Again, I was a realtor, having to pay papers to advertise, buying my signs. No employees. When I was a realtor, I had family working for me. Forget about employees, working with family. Oh my goodness. No products to sell. Remember what we were talking about with the multi-level marketing? I don't have boxes in my garage of perfumes or lotions or whatever, makeup. I don't have to make anything. No customers. Here we are in the economy. No sellers who think their house is worth more. When I was a realtor, the house was when the crash of 2008, and sellers didn't want to lower the price, but the market was crashing. Tenants. I owned many rental properties with my parents. He had some, I had some. I was blessed enough to have him deal with all the tenants, but they don't take care of your property. Some do, some don't. They don't pay on time. Some do, some don't. It's just crazy. And more importantly, no boss. And in my 17 years of teaching, I've had some interesting principles, and I'm just going to leave it at there. Trading for a living is great because you are your own boss. You, I just mentioned, control my time. You can invest in it as much as you want. There are days I do sit in front of the computer all day because it's my choice. There are days that I'm done by 11 because it's my choice. That's the beauty of trading for a living. Now, when I say trading for a living, you have to understand that there's multiple ways, and we're not really here to kind of tell you which one's best for you. In essence, the best ones for you really depends on how much time you have to invest and how much money you have to invest. But what's great is, like futures right now has recently, at the end of last year, started these micros, and that was to compete with Forex, because Forex also had these micros. So you can get involved in futures and Forex for, a couple $100 and take advantage of these moves. Options, if you only have a certain amount of time, I would say that they have these great things called iron condors, and you can spend 5-15 minutes once a week. They got weekly options now. When I first did these videos a long time ago, there weren't weeklies. You had monthlies and you had leaps. Now you can do these iron condors every week, less time, which means less risk in the trade. Of course, we're all familiar with stocks and our 401ks. I've had plenty of people come over to my house and I show them what to do, because even if you are just going to do 401ks in your company, you're not going to quit and get into the stock market, you still should understand what makes the market move and not just have this prayer of buy and hold. There's times to buy and hold, and there's times to get out, because the market, look at crude right now. Look at what the COVID-19 is doing to the market right now. I told plenty of people back in January, get out, because fear moves the market down faster than it goes up. And literally in 2-3 months, we wiped out 3 years of growth. So you have to be able to look at the market and be able to adjust with these things. I'm not telling you to be in the market, all day. If that's what you want to do, great. But you do have to understand the ebbs and flows, the trends, the news, the catalysts that move the market, and that way you can truly take advantage of all the moves. Now, with that being said, understand that there is no holy grail. People think that you can just turn on Kramer and watch the news and get this big, buy, or come on YouTube and find some holy grail trading indicator. There isn't. The holy grail is your ability to think and be unique. Your ability to think and be unique. In other words, the market provides opportunity. Can you be disciplined to define who you are as a trader and take advantage of those opportunities? So that's the thing. People want to trade this and trade that, and that's why they're not successful, because they're not looking at, again, how much money they have, how much time they have, and more importantly, their emotional stability. That's what kills people. People are too emotional. I have issues with that to this day. I always tell people trading is not hard. Being disciplined is hard. And so how can we help you with that? Well, that's what we're here. We're here to help you coach. You can reach out to us, michaelglass.com. We've got great videos here on YouTube. Whether it's me or anybody else, I recommend that you find yourself a mentor. Old school, take somebody to lunch, sit down with them, and have them go through with you just the basics. And then, again, based upon your time, you can figure out what's best for you. Stocks, forex, futures, options, based your time or based upon your money. And then you can move forward, replace your regular 9-to-5 income, and just invest. And be like me. Wake up, roll out of bed, head to your office, invest a little bit, take advantage of what the market provides to you each day, and then get out of there. So guys, I'm Move Up with Mike on most platforms, even on Facebook. I've got 2 places on my Facebook, Are You Financially Literate? And I also have a Move Up with Mike page. Send me an email. Let me know what you think. What do you think? Comment below. What is the best home-based business? Thanks, guys.